feel creatively stifled recently.
Okay.
And I'm beginning to feel this ever-mounting pressure to explode.
That's the opening line. So I've seen a couple of these episodes, and
it's a little all over the place.
I do recall there being Nick to camera saying like, "Hey guys,
would you like me to do one of those? Would that make you feel good?"
That's what I'm asking for about the intro thing.
Sure. What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Williams. I'm an independent filmmaker and producer north of Boston, and today it's a very special day, a very special episode, because I have joining me for the first time on the Nick Williams Show, but a longtime friend and guest of previous podcasts, Mr. Andrew Allen. Andrew, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? I'm doing good. Glad to be here. I think this is going to be a really good episode.
So the cool thing about this show slash cast, it's not even a pod, it's just a cast, you know?
Yep.
Sometimes I react to things. Sometimes
like
I edit these like shows, videos, strikes. I like to talk about the film industry. But it's really just an amalgamation of the inner workings of my mind, and kind of whatever the flavor of the moment is. So, like, there's no rhyme or reason, which I think is why, like, there are some people who really don't like me, you know?
You as a person or the show?
Both.
Okay.
Or, yeah. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care.
Because there's no
rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
People find me very difficult to kind of pin. When we went out last weekend, I was saying that no one really does like we do impressions of people, Sam, and so on.
Yep.
But no one ever really does impressions of me because I don't know. I feel like I'm difficult to do impressions of.
That could be a good thing.
Sure. Or I'm incredibly bland.
Right. Talk about that.
Okay.
That's it?
How would you like me to describe my blandness?
Well, it's obviously a big issue for you, so
Is it?
Well, internally, I think, maybe.
No.
So maybe we should talk about it a little bit.
Sure.
Kind of figure it out.
If you have a question that warrants a response, I don't really have anything to spew about it.
Okay, well, we can circle back to that.
Sure, let's talk current events.
Okay. What you got?
I mean, I don't know. I like to stay away from like politics and stuff. Realistically, did you hear professional competitive food eater Lizzo has charges of sexual harassment filed
I
against
didn't
her?
hear about that. What's that all about?
I can't tell you. Serious?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh, I feel like a lot of people heard about this. Did you?
I don't
not
really
hear about it?
follow much.
That's interesting because you're a music producer.
It is interesting, right? I just don't.
And there it is. I'm going to absolutely destroy every piece of equipment I own.
Why?
Because you're pissing me off.
Are you kidding me already? All right, so
I just want to have a show. I just wanted to have a show.
This is going to be a great show.
I want to pretend I'm famous.
My gosh.
Okay?
Right.
I want to pretend for 3.5 seconds of my life that I'm not a big fat loser in a warehouse in Massachusetts, and that I'm big and famous and fun, like all those other fun YouTubers.
So that's
out there.
the show. That's the show?
Yeah, it's a big fucking farce.
All right. Well, we should have led with that. We should have led with that.
I mean, I figured that would be the vibe anyway. I want to pretend to be a
Lizzo,
podcaster.
your friend Lizzo, what did she say to you?
Why would she be my friend? Because I said she's a professional competitive food eater?
She's very famous, and as are you.
I am famous, aren't I?
Yeah, so what'd she say?
Yeah. Yeah, no, she so you know who Lizzo is?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with like
she's a
all
fat
of her.
singer.
I know she's a singer.
Fat singer.
Okay.
And I say that on purpose because she's a body positivity, fat pride singer.
Okay. Hey, I'm all for that.
Right. Except
I'm not too familiar
with her
with
background dancers. Recently, she was fat shaming them, saying that they were getting to be too fat And so
Interesting.
she can only be the fattest.
Oh.
Mirror, mirror on the scale, who's the big and fattest whale?
Do we have video of her saying that?
No, it's court filing thing. And also, she took her employees to a strip club. There's a lot of shit going on. She like preaches that she's a Christian and this and that and the other thing, and then she takes her employees to a strip club and makes them eat bananas out of hookers' vaginas. That's a real thing. This is all real stuff.
And that's all
happened last week.
It's all her doing, or is that like the vibe of the party was
she's the boss.
Yeah.
So she's the one that made the call to take everybody.
I'm not too familiar with her work. I know she had that like one song that was popular. Yes. I don't know.
It's like one or two songs that are like that everybody knows.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never watched like an interview. Like I've never like heard her speak outside of her music.
Okay.
So I just don't know what type of person she is, or
big one.
Yeah,
big person.
So you like follow her and like watch?
No, I meant physically. She's a large person. You said you didn't know what type of person she was.
Yeah.
Would you like me to pull up an interview or something? Or?
Not really. I'm not too interested in it.
Sure. Do you have a topic that you'd like to talk about?
Because
now all of that's getting scrapped. So,
okay,
Andrew, what's on your mind?
Right. I mean, that's still going to be in the episode, right?
It's definitely not.
Dang it.
None of that.
How long are these episodes? I can pull them up right now, actually.
The more uncomfortable I feel, the shorter they become.
Really?
They're usually an hour.
Are you uncomfortable?
You make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like an hour long.
Yeah, I like to do it. Well, when I'm comfortable, I like to do an hour.
All right. Well, what makes you comfortable?
People who engage in conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
In normal topics that normal people like.
All right.
And I don't, as a host of a show,
your number one,
a famous host of a show, if I bring up a topic and the response from the guest is I'm not interested, doesn't really lend well for a podcast, you know?
All right, so your number one thing right now in your life is Lizzo?
No, it's not my number one thing. You are my number one thing, but when I ask you what's going on, you go, I don't know, what do you want to talk about? So I bring up something current.
All right, what's another topic? What's another topic you got?
I don't know. Did you see Oppenheimer? No, you didn't. Did you see Barbie? No, you didn't.
No.
Okay.
So those are the three topics?
Are we going to do this every time? You're just going to say, so if I named one more, you're going to say, so those are the four topics?
Just keep going. Just keep going. List them.
We went out for your birthday last weekend.
Sure did. That was a pretty good time.
There it is. Thank you. Continue. Yeah. How'd that go?
All right. So it was my birthday. It was like 2 weeks ago. But it fell on a Wednesday, so we celebrated the following Saturday. Had some people over. Yeah, and it was just it was a nice time. We hung out.
We did.
There was cupcakes, homemade cupcakes.
Yep, by your lovely girlfriend Brittany.
Yep, she's the best.
She is.
And then we went out for a drink.
Or 6.
No.
I had a couple.
Okay. Well, I think I had like 1 or 2, and then we had those shots. On the house. Yeah.
Did those end up being on the house?
I didn't pay for them.
I didn't either.
I think, like the last couple times I went there, they were on the house because it was birthdays.
Right.
I think they just like handing them out because they get to drink them with us. The staff.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yep. But are people going to be able to relate to that topic, or
no? It's also getting cut. Like the show is just starting.
Okay, yeah.
So everything after
we're just ramping up.
Andrew Allen.
We're just ramping up to like.
I mean, I might make a few TikTok clips out of this for some BTS stuff, but
cool. Okay, well that kind of no pressure anymore, right? Because it's getting cut. Things are getting
Let's pretend this episode's never going to air.
Great.
Now you can talk about anything you want.
Maybe. I don't know. Again, I haven't watched every single episode. Have you?
Okay, there's been fucking 4 episodes, Andrew.
No,
so,
I'm seeing a bunch.
This is episode 6, so there's been 5. There's been 5.
Okay, you said 4.
Yeah, but like I have only had one other guest on this show, and every other episode I've done has been by myself.
1 is hidden.
The loneliest number.
What
you'll ever do. 2 is just as sad as 1. It's the loneliest number since the number 1.
Wait, what is 2?
It's a fucking song.
Yeah. I know that. I thought you were like doing something with it. So I just brought up your show on YouTube.
The anxiety that you
Now-
bring to my life
now this
is
could-
astounding.
This could
It's
be a
fucking
really good
astounding.
topic. This could be a really good topic.
Okay,
All right.
could be.
If you bring up my screen right now, you can see I'm on the Nick Williams show on YouTube. It says 1 of 6. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
one of them is hidden.
yes, and that was a topic. I was getting to that. There are 5 episodes you can watch,
I was under the impression this was a conversation.
and
I'll shut
then there is one unavailable video,
up. Mhm.
and it's hidden. So what
Yeah.
is that?
So when I first started this series, I made a commitment that fell under the same vein of most of my commitments, which is I'll make a commitment and then it won't happen. So
To make the show?
yeah. So
Okay.
so what I meant was the commitment that I made was that I would do live streams Mondays starting at 5 p.m. And something happened with the soundboard or whatever. So there's an hour-long episode that's hidden that is basically silent with random
Oh.
computer blips.
So you didn't have your mic on?
Well, this is the benefit of
Wow.
having no followers right
yeah,
now.
no one could tell you.
No one was there to be like, yo, your mic's messing up. So
Wow.
also, even though it's messed up, the episode, no one's seen it,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
So why don't you just delete it?
Because I want it there for me to know that I did it,
Gotcha.
to honor that commitment.
Yeah.
that I'm
Can
not
we see a
committed
little
to.
bit of it?
No, I mean, it's silent, and it's not necessary to
Yeah.
watch. That's a great topic, though. What else you got, Andrew? What else is going on in your life? What have you done this week?
Well, but, all right. I'll get to that before we do. You said you release this every Monday?
Yeah, this will go up tomorrow, if I
Right.
like it.
Well, the last episode was posted 12 days ago. Why don't you get into that?
So after last weekend, with your birthday and everything, I fell behind on some other stuff that I was doing, and then Monday rolled around and I had to run all over the place.
Gotcha.
And so I wasn't able to make an episode last week.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I find so incredibly difficult is like not every time we hang out, but every time I hang out with someone, people are like, oh, like you do podcasts, like that's super cool. And I'll have like great conversations with people.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you should come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I don't really like, I don't know about movies or make. I'm like, I just want to talk to people. Like it's an excuse to talk to people,
Mm-hmm.
And so, and people just that, everyone fucking sucks if I'm 100% honest,
In what way?
in the way that like you show up like you're here
Mm-hmm.
and everyone else doesn't. And that's
Oh.
not a stab at any of like your other crew
Who,
friends or anything. I'm saying like in general, like I've definitely brought up to other people before, in my personal life, and they've said to me, "Oh, I'd love to go on. I would love to be a guest on a podcast episode and talk about shit." And I'm like, great. This is why when people say like, "Oh, like I didn't go to my," have you had? How old are you?
Right now?
Yeah,
26.
you just turned 26 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Have you gone to? Did you go to your 5-year high school reunion?
No.
Okay, I went to my 5-year. I just had my 10-year recently.
Nice.
I didn't. No, fuck. Like whatever.
How many people showed up?
I don't know because I wasn't one of the people that showed up. And people were saying like before it happened, they were like, "Oh, are you going to go to your high school reunion, 10-year high school reunion?" I said, why the fuck would I go to that? And they're like, "Well, because it's been 10 years." I go, "Yeah, I've talked to 2 people. I still talk to them. We reunionize all the time. Why would I go back to that shit? It makes no sense to me."
Well, maybe it's like to see people that you don't talk to that much, and maybe rekindle some sort of relationship.
Yeah,
that
fuck
might
them.
have happened.
I've had the same phone number since 5th grade.
Yeah.
It was my first cell phone I ever got. It was a big brick. It was the size of this coffee. Okay. I if you like, nothing has changed about me. If they really wanted to get in touch, they would know
This
how.
show, that's changed. It's new.
Yeah, but okay. They can watch the show.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't need to go back to high school. I don't need to go sit in a bar with people that are now fat and balding or whatever, and that didn't really like me then and don't care whether I'm dead or alive now. I don't need to see them again.
Right.
To hear about how great their fucking lives are. Couldn't care less, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I care about.
That's cool.
I care about the people like you in my life now, in my future. In my present, in my future. I'm trying to look forward always. And the people in my past that like fall by the wayside, like I don't give a goodbye.
Yeah.
Taking up fucking space for zero reason.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean? Like, do you hang
hear
on to
what you're
people
saying.
from the past that you don't talk to anymore? Are you like,
No. I mean, I guess how far back are we going? I guess.
Well, I just did high school. It was a 10-year reunion since high school.
High school.
Do you talk to anybody from high school on a regular basis? I have one person. Seriously, I have one person on a regular basis.
Just a couple.
Yeah. Actually, I have two. There are literally two people from high school that I talk to on a regular basis.
Yeah.
They both live decently far away. I never see either of them. All of our conversations are through text, Instagram chat, or TikToks, sending TikToks back and forth. That's the extent of my friends from high school. And everybody else, I mean, we don't even have that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it could be a location thing, like, I don't know where you went to high school, but maybe you're just far away.
Down the street. Nope, right there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, one town over.
I guess if you go to college right after high school, that can be like a huge, you're focused on so many other things at that point.
Didn't go to college. Right.
Well, I'm just saying, if maybe the people that you lost communication with did.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, I find it. I don't like fake people. I really don't. I really. There is something like a visceral gut reaction that happens when I feel like someone's being fake, and it really annoys me, and it really fucking pisses me off. And I just don't like that. I don't like that feeling. And so this, like, Beverly Hills, Hollywood hello, when you see people that you haven't seen in 5 years, and they're like, oh my God, I miss you so much. Like, I have the same fucking phone number. How come you haven't called me in 10 years? That's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that shit, so I don't subject myself to situations like that. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I hear you.
Does it or no? Am I crazy? I just feel like it's kind of a waste of time.
I mean, people have. Yeah, I guess it depends on a lot of things.
Well, if I'm like going to spend my time talking to someone, I'd rather call you and talk to you. We talk to each other on a semi-regular basis.
Right.
We work together in some capacity. We hang out together and do fun things like this in other capacities. Like,
Yeah.
This is my current life. People from high school that I haven't talked to in 11, 12 years, like, I didn't give a fuck, you know?
I mean, how many people can you do that with, though?
Well, I mean, it depends. If,
Not like you can't do it with too many people.
Yeah.
So.
Why?
Well, I'm just saying, it takes time, energy. If you're talking to 100 people.
Yeah, but
every day,
okay, so I didn't go to college, but you did. How many people from college do you still talk to? Because I'm pretty sure you run a whole YouTube channel that is based on the friend group that you made in college.
Right.
That you literally live with one of them.
Yeah.
That's a good friend.
For sure. Yeah.
And if there was a college reunion of some sort, I don't even know if they do those because I didn't go. But if there was a college reunion of some sort, I'm sure that...
Yeah. I mean, college reunions, I haven't heard of one coming up.
Alumni.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would go.
Really?
Yeah. Just seems like out of the way. I'd rather do something else if something else was happening. I guess if all of my friends were going.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a little carpool situation.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely wouldn't go alone because, I didn't know most of the people I went to school with. Have you ever thought about doing a club episode?
Yeah, I mean, I have horrible ADHD. We've done a club episode. It didn't get aired when we were doing the previous show.
Want to talk about that?
Settle down?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, couldn't find people that wanted to come on the show regularly enough.
It was just that?
Yeah. Part of the reason I didn't post last week is because I didn't have anything really to talk about. And the idea of bringing a guest on is not that you're so famous, but I'm just if I'm being 100% honest and not fake, right? Because I don't like fake people. I just said that. I find it a lot easier to talk to a human being. Like, you know how people, like, it's a real, like, rational fear for some people that they can't do public speaking. They can't speak in front of large crowds.
Sure.
Or whatever, right? I have the opposite. I can't speak when I'm alone. Like, I can't.
But you've done it.
Yeah, but it's borderline physically painful for me. Like, I'd rather have someone here silent. I'd rather get one of those, like a doll, like a life-size doll.
Right. You can make one, right?
I could.
Out of clay.
I could. Or I could call a friend. See, you're lending into this,
Right.
this idea that I have none.
Okay.
Because
I mean, then why are you mad when I don't talk about about Lizzo?
I just like to be engaging because you are a real person. You're not a doll, so it'd be nice to get some sort of reaction.
So you skipped last week because there wasn't any topics, and Lizzo is kind of what brought you back.
No, you were what brought me back. I skipped last week because
Lizzo's just a.
Well, I felt we went out on
Saturday
night.
Yeah.
Like 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Yeah, I felt like asking you to come by on Monday would have been very soon notice.
Right.
I could have, I guess, but
yeah. Are these usually live? Did you say, or is that just the
initially?
first one?
I wanted to do live streams, and
I
felt like I was censoring myself.
Yeah, I feel like live streams, the quality's so bad to like rewatch them.
I feel creatively stifled recently.
Okay.
And I'm beginning to feel this ever mounting pressure to explode.
That's the opening line. That's the opening line to the show, to this episode.
The black and white before the intro. Like this week on the Nick Williams Show.
I was thinking right after your intro.
Oh, we're just starting now?
Yeah.
Cutting out half an hour's worth of.
I think what you just said will grab the attention of a listener, and they'll want to listen.
Yeah. Okay.
So continue. You're about to explode.
Yeah, I feel like I have a mental disorder of some sort. I don't know what it is. I genuinely feel this way. I'm not kidding. Like I need to have some sort of creative outlet in my life. And when I don't, I literally start to feel like my chest is like constricting. Like my lungs feel like I feel like someone is like wrapped a belt around my midsection and is just pulling it tighter and tighter, and I can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that increasing pressure constantly.
Right.
Until I'm able to do something creative, which is part of the reason that I do this show, because it's a little bit of a release. It's a little bit like therapy. It's a little bit like taking a dump. It's a little bit like just mindless shit, you know? And I don't want to stomp on like RJ sits there during the movie mob that we do on Fridays.
Okay.
And that's his show. Like I produce the show, it's on the channel, but he comes up with the topics, he kind of dictates how that show goes, and I just implement his decisions. And not even in a bad way, like that's how we have it set up. I do a sports show with the other kid that's on that show, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Set it up, he sets it up, he picks the topics. I don't know dick about what he's talking about. I couldn't care less.
About the sports?
He cares, and the people that follow that show care, and so I merely produce the show. It goes on the channel. It's got its followers. But this is really more, the reason for the show is so that I don't implement my views on them during their shows. Does that make sense or no?
Sure. So you have them on this show so you can be...
I don't have them on this show.
Oh.
You're on this show right now.
Oh. Can you repeat the last sentence then that you just said?
No.
You were saying like you have this show, so
I have this show, the Nick Williams Show.
Yeah.
So that when I'm on their shows or when I'm participating in other shows, I'm not creatively doing the thing. They come up with the show.
Yeah.
They do the show. They can ask, like on the Movie Mob podcast, like I'm there.
Opinions.
RJ asks my opinion on the topics he's picked.
Okay.
I give my opinions on those. I'm engaging.
Yep.
I try and be a part of the conversation, and then I move on. But on this show, this is for me to talk about whatever the fuck I want, to say whatever I want uncensored, to do my thing. It's not a kid's show. It's not a whatever. Sometimes it might be. Maybe I'll do
a kid's show.
A kid's show.
That could be cool.
It wouldn't be.
Well, don't speak so soon. I mean, it could be cool.
I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
The parents of the children who watch, a kid's show like that would not enjoy it, Plus, I try and follow YouTube TOS. And we talked a lot about that last weekend at your party because Sam and I were talking a lot about YouTubing as a verb.
Yeah.
You know,
as a career.
Well, just how difficult it is to like break in. Well, I think
it's pretty difficult.
One of the benefits of having no followers right now is like I can do whatever the fuck I want.
For sure. Yeah.
I love it. I don't have to impress anybody.
Yeah, I mean, what's the craziest thing you would do for your YouTube channel right now?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the craziest thing?
This is it. This is it.
So,
I mean, what would I post on the channel?
Yeah, like
I mean, like I wanted to have like a vlog of, you know, the behind the scenes of all our stuff. We didn't make any movies this summer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wanted to have like a whole bunch of different things, and I still do. Like I would do them, but I think one of the things that's super important is just kind of focusing in, dialing in whatever it is that you're good at this thing. And then, you know, and then going from there and doing it.
You should do a studio walkthrough.
Yeah, okay. That's crazy to you? You said what's the craziest thing?
I'm just giving you ideas. I'm just giving you ideas.
But like I'd blow shit up. You know what I mean? Like I don't care.
You would?
Sure.
And that would be crazy?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. What would you consider? You asked me what's the craziest thing I would do, and then you said do a studio walkthrough. So like, do you consider that to be crazy?
No. I think the explosions, the walkthroughs, I guess those could be good for the, you know, if you had followers.
Right.
Maybe it would, you know, easier to share that.
There's part of me that is like you need the followers in order to gain the revenue to continue doing this.
Uh-huh.
There's another part of me that like doesn't want the followers. Like couldn't give a shit. Like I don't want the masses.
Yeah,
you know?
You want the followers.
I do. No, like I said, I want the revenue because I want to be able to continue doing it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. And if I made enough money to keep the lights on doing shows like this, that's all I care about, you know?
Yeah.
Do I need millions of people tuning in and scrutinizing every, you know, outfit I wear or what I could?
Yeah.
No.
That'd be great.
No. Enjoy. Have it. I hope the Bluff Boys do well enough. I'll take a behind the scenes seat.
Right.
No problem with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I don't know. It'd be fun. It'd be super cool. I'd love to have conversations with tons of people. I wish that there was a way. See, one thing that YouTube is not equipped to do yet, at least in my limited knowledge of the platform. Maybe you know this, I don't. But there's no way to like connect with other YouTubers. Like I don't know any other Massachusetts. I'm sure there are other Massachusetts YouTubers, but I would love to have conversations with people that are in like, the area,
people with the following. Like
see, again, it's not about the following. I just want to have people that.
I mean, there's probably so many,
right? But there's a lot of people, Andrew, that don't like to do this kind of shit. Everybody likes to consume content.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody likes to go on YouTube and watch videos. But I don't care who you are. You want to be a plumber from Lynn? Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Come on, come sit on the couch. Let's talk about being a plumber. I don't give a shit.
I mean,
I love this, dude. I love podcasting. I know. I will say that like this channel of the 340, right?
Uh-huh.
They're like fucking committed.
The subscribers?
Oh my God. I have the same people comment on every video.
And you don't know them?
I feel like they're my family, and I don't even know what these people look like.
Gotcha. You should have them on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Some of them live in fucking India, Andrew. Like, I don't know what kind of what is that like a thing to say? That's a fucking crazy thing to say. You should have them on the show. How would I have these people on the show?
That'd be so interesting. Because then,
but
guess
I feel
what?
Like you say these things on purpose to frustrate me.
Hey, guess what? If you
it's
have,
like, you know,
if you have your
can
number
I tell
one
you
fan,
what I love about you? This is my point.
All right, go ahead.
This is exactly what I'm saying. You have this. It's a very on an intellectual level, not like, you know, quantum mechanics intelligence, but on like a person-to-person level. You're good at like reading a person and knowing like where you find their motherboard and where the buttons are, and you like to push people's buttons and then.
I'm not doing any of that.
Hey, that wasn't me. You didn't really? With the
I
YouTube,
was just
you
saying,
should have people on the show. You should find other YouTubers.
I
you
was
weren't
just
pushing
saying,
a button.
I'm just saying, right?
Just be honest with me.
If you have,
just be honest.
If you're able to get in contact with one of your loyal subscribers, okay, if you have them on the show,
I don't care.
I'll
delete the channel.
All right,
the channel's over.
What's the next topic?
That's it. Welcome to the first and last episode.
Is that an hour?
Fucking 37 minutes and we haven't started the show yet.
All right, well, let's start it. I thought we started with the explosion.
We did, and we went down a path that made it so that none of it'll make sense.
All right, well, all right, so
38.
All right,
38 minutes.
Let's just pretend that you just said the exploding thing and like we got to the conclusion of that conversation. What's the next?
I don't know, dude. What's the next? I don't know. It's just a flow of conversation. Help me, man. I'm going through a fucking clear mental struggle here.
I'm trying to help out.
I know, but you talk about things that you know I don't like on purpose.
Like what?
And I feel like it makes me feel as though it's because you don't actually want to be here.
Wow.
I sent you that TikTok. You didn't even respond.
What TikTok?
Nobody likes you. When you're around, everyone else exchanges knowing glances at each other behind your back because you're so annoying it's become an inside joke. When you leave, the tension deflates from the room because everyone can finally have a good time. And the only reason you were invited in the first place is because they couldn't find a way to get out of it. Everyone in your life has desperately tried to create a fake reality for you where they pretend they like you, so you'll go away quicker. And you'll never find out because there's nothing you could ever change that would make you bearable.
My internal thoughts.
Yeah, it was just like kind of, I don't know. I feel like that is just like a negative way to think about it, But I get the humor in it. If
I want to stab you.
I get the humor in it, if that's what you were trying to do.
But
yeah, what would I respond to that? I guess I would say like, I would try to, first I would try to support that, like, haha. I would, like, acknowledge, like, with, like, an LOL, haha. And then follow that up with, like, no, like, we had a great time. Like, it was good to see you.
And yet.
Well, you remember when your vape broke?
Yeah, I sent you a video and you completely disregarded the fucking video and said, "Did you fix your vape pod?" That was the response from a good friend.
Hey,
a good friend.
It was
from somebody who one of the three, maybe four people that I contact when I'm going to be making money, which is so few and far between these days.
It is,
and yet one of the, if not these, in some cases, depending on what's needed, only phone call I make goes to you. And the response that I get when I send something vulnerable and real, out to that friend is basically like, whatever you're saying, Nick, fuck off. Did you fix your vape pod?
All right, so
that's the response. And then people think I'm crazy.
You have an addiction.
And now I'm an addict.
You have an addiction.
On top of everything else.
And the device that you use to
is gaslighting.
Feed the addiction malfunctioned.
Right there.
I tried to help you. I gave you solutions.
Yeah, before you leave, I have to give you Sam's vape back, by the way, so that you can take it home to him. The jewel that he gave me.
Oh, okay.
Because I stole it.
But yeah, the vape malfunctioned. I tried to help. It was not, it wasn't fixed. Yeah, you got lent a vape. And then I was just checking in. I was checking in to see if you were able to fix it after all.
Yeah, okay. So.
Which I don't think did you respond to that?
No.
You didn't respond to that.
If you didn't fucking respond to my video, why would I respond to your shit?
Oh, wait, no, you
I
said
did.
Yes. You said yes.
I did respond. How crazy is that?
But
so the video that I initiated the conversation with got left by the wayside, and it's all about Andrew all the time.
But look at this. I sent you a funny...
that's cute.
I sent you a funny
Yeah, I was still waiting for the fucking response to the video
I sent you
after that. And I guess I was like, oh, maybe he just didn't see it. Or doesn't care.
Right. And you didn't respond to the GIF.
Even though I responded to your comment, I was still waiting on the initial response to my video that I had sent.
Right. Are you having a good time?
No, I'm fucking angry. I'm having a great time, actually. I'm having a really good time.
Okay, cool.
But can we have like a real conversation, though?
Yeah, about what?
Please. I'm fucking begging you, please.
Okay. All right. What's
No,
the
but-
topic?
No, fuck the fucking topic. Like, why can't we just have a why do we need to? Is this what we do when we hang out?
Hey, come on.
When
We
I
just had
came
a
over-
conversation
No, but,
about
like,
the
when
vape, remember?
Yeah, I know, but like,
I feel like we did get to a solution there too.
yeah, a little bit.
We I didn't respond to the TikTok. Sorry.
God,
But-
it's gonna be a whole day of it.
But I did right now say like what I would have said if I were to respond. So there's closure.
A little bit. But it's funny because there's closure, and yet I feel more open.
Right.
Can we talk about movies?
What movie?
No, I mean like our movie. Can we make a fucking movie?
Sure. Yeah, you want to come up with one?
Sure.
Okay. I like to start with the rising action. So
see, this is going to absolutely make me break my microphone.
All right, so you say let's talk about something.
I know, but I want you to be like, yeah, dude, that'd be sick. I had this idea for a film that I wanted to do where it was like blah 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 blah. That's how you come up with a fucking movie. That's what normal fucking people do. You're like, I like to, like it's a fucking 10th grade English class. I like to start with the rising action. What are we doing? Have a conversation.
There's ways to do, to make a movie. All right. So first you have to
Let's do it the way that doesn't make me want to commit homicide.
Pre-production.
Or, please.
All right. So what's a character? You like characters?
What's a character?
In the movie that we're going to make, which I'm so pumped.
That button pushing, it's like you do this shit on purpose.
All right. Let me break out my
the mini?
Yeah, let's
Oh, with the pencil. He brought the pencil. I could do that too.
All right, so let's come up with this movie, okay?
This is the worst podcast episode. And we want to do our own show? This would be our show?
No, this is your show.
My show sucks. My show sucks, asshole.
I have
My
so
show
many
sucks,
plans.
Hobo, like fucking asshole.
After we wrap up this show,
You have plans?
I have so many plans for our show.
Why don't we use the opportunity that we have here
to promote it?
To talk about the creation, that my episode of my show could be talking about the creation of our own show going forward. Right. I just said that I feel creatively stifled.
All right. Just
Wait,
a brief
summary. Are you
summary.
fucking with me right now?
Just a brief summary.
We've been sitting here and you've been poking buttons about rising actions and all this other bullshit, and we could have had a whole topic to talk about for a fucking hour.
No, there's no topics. But
there's no topics. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? There's no topics. Nothing to talk about.
All right. So before I came here, me and Nick had a conversation about doing this show, and I think I forget who came up with the idea, but we came up with the idea to do a show with the two of us, right?
Yeah.
And it's all up in the air. We might not even do it.
And see, this is where you lose me.
But I have a good idea about what it could be about.
Yeah.
And again,
why have this conversation?
What?
It's all up in the air. Might not even happen.
Yeah.
The sky might fall tomorrow. Are we going to do it or no?
I would like to.
Well, great. Then we're doing the show.
All right. So the show, and again,
give me a commitment.
I'm just gonna say this again in our show.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but I want to hear your premise for the show. I'll tell you the parts I don't like. That's what I'm good at.
All right,
it's telling you what's wrong with your ideas.
It's funny that you say that, because this could be a conversation that we have on our show, because our show will be coming up with podcast shows.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember this.
So, and by the way, this is a premise for a show that we're talking about right now, which ideally would be the first episode. Can
I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Unrelated topic?
Mm-hmm.
Can I, or?
Sure.
Why are you friends with me?
I
just replayed the last 3 minutes of what happened in my head, and I was like,
Okay.
And if I was in that seat, yeah. I wouldn't be here. I would have left already.
Why? Because you yelled at me?
Yeah, but
well, I know it's all jokes. Yeah.
Is it? I'm just kidding. No, but from my perspective, I yell out of I'm just loud. It's not even yelling at you. It's more yelling to you. But I also...
Yeah. I'm all the way over here. You gotta...
Yeah, project.
Yeah.
I gotta project. But I also I don't know if I could it'd be a lot. Like if
What?
I was in that position, I would be a lot for me. I feel.
Mhm.
I just, I love you.
If like
I just want to have fun. And you know what it is? I appreciate your friendship.
uh-huh.
And I don't know if I'd be able to like be
Right.
friends with me
Because you yell?
if I were you. It makes me wonder like if you're the insane one or if you're just doing this because you think there's like a governmental check you're going to get for being my friend, for
No.
being friends with a fucking retard,
Well, I think
Can I say that? Is that a sayable thing?
yeah, you got to cut that out.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is your show, but on our show, yeah, we would have to cut it out.
Yeah, no. On our show, I would do like a censored,
Yeah.
a toned down censored.
Yeah.
Nick, do you know what would be a great premise for a podcast episode?
Yeah.
For the Nick and Andrew show.
Okay.
See, this is how you come up with it. You don't sit here and go rising action. You come up with an idea and then you say the idea.
Well, this is the rising action. Go.
Okay.
Climax.
If you were me for an episode and I was you for an episode.
So if I was sitting there.
The entire episode, I'm sitting there. I dress like you. I'd get a wig. I'd put a longer wig on. You'd have to put your hair up.
You know,
what
it'd
I mean?
be really
You
funny.
could put a pillow under your shirt. You could be chubby.
You know, it would be really funny if we
could just go with my idea for like 3 seconds.
I am going with it.
Then we could build off.
Yeah.
Of it.
So I like that, but we should.
Not but. Yes and.
Yes, and we should do an episode like that, right?
It would be so funny if I was you.
But what we should do is to prep for that is we should do a regular episode.
Yeah.
Study it, and then that's the script, right? So we would literally be saying each other's words. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that way we can nail like the.
But are you saying? See, this was my whole point about what we talked about earlier with Sam, doing the impression of me or not being able to or whatever. Are you saying this because you feel like it would be difficult to be me? Because I feel like I could nail you, bro.
Oh, really?
I could nail an Andrew Allen.
Well, no, I think like what you just did, like the snaps with your hands and stuff.
Yeah, the mannerisms, the
vape,
gestures.
The vape.
Yeah.
The phone in the hand.
I couldn't vape for like hours.
No, and you would have to watch me vape.
Oh, it'd be so painful.
But I think, if we did one and then like studied the podcast, and then it would there would be multiple takes and there would be a lot of editing needed.
Yeah.
But we would just do everything that the other person does, like to like the hand motions and the.
It would have to be episode like number 5, and then it would be homework. So
we
would film it, and then you'd have to study it for weeks because you'd have to get it. It's an hour long.
Yeah, you definitely have to
performance,
watch it a few times, and then
you know what I mean.
But like when we shoot it,
right?
This will be the setup, but ideally we would have like the video playing right in front of us, and then we go for a take.
Yeah, I mean, is that what they do when we make movies? No, the actors study lines and then they give a performance. I also like the idea of like an interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'd want to.
So I do my version of you.
Yes,
yeah.
I feel like that'd be so great. I feel like that would be so great.
Yeah, it could be good. And this is this is just one of the many ideas that could come up on our show.
Right, and I feel so instead of
this is like a bonus one. This is like a bonus. A bonus idea.
This is my show.
I mean, I guess I don't know how often you talk to Colin or Sam.
Last time I talked to Colin, he texted me after he saw Oppenheimer. We texted like 3 texts back and forth. I sent a GIF of Jordan because he went to Elliot. I'm sorry, from Jordan's.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that was the extent of the conversation.
Did you send him the TikTok?
No, but I sent you that TikTok specifically because you and I had a conversation that was like, it would be funny if we did a short about inviting someone over who we don't really want to invite.
Right.
And I said, like, I was trying to start a conversation. Like, I thought you would have had the response of like, oh, right. Like, that's so funny because
I didn't
because the conversation that meant so much to me meant nothing to you. And that was a way to like let me know that.
So
thank you for bringing that back up again. Because
so that idea, right?
Yeah.
That's the movie?
I think that'd be a hilarious little skit. I really do.
Okay. So it's about a guy who comes over, but no one wants him there?
Right, but it's not. It's about the other guy. It's got to be about like the you and Colin calling. Like it's like obligatory.
Yeah, we're like, we got to invite him.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Do we have to? Yes, we do.
Yeah. And then he shows up, and then everyone's like, hey.
Right.
Yeah.
What would be worse, not inviting him and then the bullshit we'd have to deal with afterward, or dealing with him while he's here?
Well, why don't you want him there?
What?
Why wouldn't we want the person there?
I don't know if that even matters. Right? Like, I feel like that's funny.
Yeah.
It's because everybody
like
has that friend in the group that they don't want.
Like a forced friend.
Right. It's like, yeah, it's like us and him.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like I'm the and him.
So you would want to play that guy?
I could. I don't necessarily want to. I think it'd be funny if it was Sam. Or it could be like a Grem, situation.
You want to bring Grem into this?
I don't. No, see, that's the idea of the movies that I don't.
Okay.
But we feel some form of obligatory, whatever that means.
Well, I mean, there's obviously some connection to this person that's worth fighting for, So
but that's what makes it funny. Like, I feel like we all have, or like it's like a very American thing, like the kids you grow up with on your street, right? So you have like the premise of it is that like all the kids in the neighborhood hang out because you're in the same neighborhood,
right?
So you have to invite that one friend, and then and then it's like, and it's Greg, and you're like,
yeah. I mean, I think that makes sense. So we don't. It seems very short, so that's good.
It's a skit. It's a little, like an SNL skit. Except funny.
Yeah. Do you want to watch some of those on the show?
On our show or on this show?
The SNL skits.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be able to post the show, so like copyright-wise and.
Right. I mean, I just recall you saying that you react to things, and we just haven't done that yet. I didn't know if there was anything that you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I react to things when I have no one to talk to because I'm a loser with no friends. So when I finally am able to, chain someone to that chair, I would rather have an engaging and in-depth conversation with you about your life than
watching a video.
Sitting here watching a video.
Yeah.
We might as well just turn the podcast off and watch a movie. You know what I mean? I'd rather have an engaging conversation with a close personal friend of now discovered years of friendship.
Crazy, right?
I feel like that would be more beneficial to us.
Uh-huh.
And I feel blessed because you're a producer.
Yeah.
So, having you here
it's
as
important.
A producer.
It's important.
I mean, you make beats and stuff, but myself and other people would classify you as a producer.
Yes. Well, the engineer is also a good word.
Yeah, but that hasn't been used publicly. Producer has.
It's like, I'm like a self-produced artist. I'll take the help. I'll take the help, and
I love help. Help is great.
Get a producer to help me, but
yeah. But you yourself are.
I mainly produce my own stuff. Yeah. My own music.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're a producer.
Yeah. I mean, here's a suggestion, right? Next guest, talk about the Lizzo thing.
I have. Yes, after the Lizzo things happened, and it's not a current event anymore, that could potentially get us some views.
You don't know. It could.
Right.
What's this episode going to be titled? I think we have. Wait. Let's come up with that.
At this point, I don't even know if this episode's coming out.
No, it has to. It has to.
I don't know if it is. You'll have to check TikTok. If the Bluff Boys get tagged in a TikTok, it's because this episode came out.
Here's a little exercise we can do.
Oh, I don't like exercising.
And this will guarantee that this episode drops.
Okay.
Tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow.
We'll see. There's a lot of editing.
What time are we at? You can cut this part out.
1:15. Well, now, see, when you say we can cut this part out, it's staying in.
So
that's when I say it. That's the part that gets cut out.
All right. When is what's the biggest thing right now? In like
physically,
culture?
Lizzo, pretty large.
No, but like what are people talking about? What are people talking about?
Lizzo.
That's the one thing
across all podcasts. Everybody's talking about the Lizzo thing.
All right. And you think if we post this tomorrow, it'll get some clicks?
if we talked in depth in an actual real conversation about the Lizzo thing, I feel like it would get clicked. I think it would get clicked.
All right. This is what I'm just thinking. Let's come up with a.
But what's a current event that you've followed recently?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I guess it's just
I'm telling you about a current event. You don't believe me. That's your call. I'm telling you about something that happened recently that was a big deal in media.
This is what we're gonna do. Okay?
Oh my God! What?
We are going to make the most clickbaity title and thumbnail. And it will be about Lizzo.
And then we won't talk about Lizzo.
We've talked about Lizzo so much on this show.
We have not talked about Lizzo
We're doing
at
it
all.
right now.
We've just
We're
said
doing it right
the name.
now.
But we're not about the fucking thing that people are looking up.
Yeah, but we'll get the clicks. Don't you understand? We'll get the clicks. We'll get the comments. God. We'll get the subscribers, the monetization.
There's no monetization.
And then how's this? People,
nobody knows who we are.
People will be going to your channel, clicking the Instagram button, and DMing you to be on their show.
Oh, fuck out of here with that. Nobody wants me around.
If we do this Lizzo clickbait idea.
Yeah.
Which I think we really should. I think we should, the title should be Lizzo breaks silence over toxic workplace allegations.
I would love to do a podcast episode where we just talk like news people the whole time. Breaking her silence.
It'd be a great idea.
Wouldn't that be good?
To come up on our podcast.
That's what I was thinking.
But again, this is like a bonus idea that we could write down and come back to.
Well, I don't want to get in depth with it. I was more like for
good idea
for the iPad Mini.
Yeah, I can write it down.
Just something to keep in there.
By the way, you should start I know we had the idea of starting this podcast with like you saying you were going to explode.
Yes.
We should start the episode with this news clip, like 15 seconds of it straight. And then it gets into the explosion thing. And that way the title of the video would be like, people will watch the whole thing through.
See, I highly doubt they'll watch the whole thing through if they think.
But they want to get to this part.
Yeah.
They want to get to this part,
right?
Because you know how you say like the first 15 seconds of the podcast is like a little teaser,
right?
You'll play the teaser, which is this news clip that we're watching right now,
right.
And then at an hour 15, we'll be here, and then like the person watching will know that this is all just like a scheme to get them to watch.
The funny thing is, I think that this might actually be a really good episode. Like once it's edited and all like cut together, like.
Yeah. No. Because of this idea, because of like we talk about Lizzo at the end, so people watch, and then we actually talk about. Well,
right. Are we actually going to watch any of this or no?
Sure. Yeah.
See, it feels painful for me to like sit here and have you fake it like you like it.
No. Let's watch it. I'm not. Just for the record, I'm not interested. But let's watch it.
Then why are we watching it?
For the clicks, right?
Will you give a real take?
Sure, yeah.
I would appreciate it if you would indulge.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Do you want to though?
No, I'm not interested in the Lizzo thing. But for the clicks.
But if we're gonna do it for the clicks, I want you to actually be present.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you though?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's watch the video. Let's see if it's.
But you wonder, like people wonder why I got upset. I'm trying to like preemptively let you know that the blood is we're on a low simmer, but I could go up to a boil real quick. I know you're not interested, but if I'm gonna play it, like, are you gonna give me don't laugh, don't do that thing.
We haven't seen the video yet, so I don't know if there's anything to react to. All I'm saying is the first 15 seconds of this clip. Let's go, no talking. Let's just watch it, and then that's the intro to this episode.
I mean, it's not the intro, but that's fine. Like, I get what you're asking me to do.
Yeah.
I'm saying if we're including any of this Lizzo shit in here at all,
are
you going to give me a real take?
Sure. Let's do it.
Lizzo breaking her silence over accusations of sexual harassment and a hostile work environment. The singer is denying the claims of 3 of her former dancers. And Kelly Carter spoke with the accusers, and she joins us now with more. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning. I have to say, before she continues, that I find it ironic that they found someone that looks like Lizzo to do the story on Lizzo.
Sure. Yeah. If you
don't find like they had a lady set it up and then they have Lizzo do the Lizzo story.
I mean, I don't know what this news channel is. I wouldn't be surprised if this person is the head person always.
I mean, this is Good Morning America.
I don't watch this. Yeah, is this
You've never heard of Good Morning America?
I've heard of it. I don't watch it. Though.
I don't either. I'm not an advocate. I just thought it was funny. It's a fucking funny comment.
Okay, all right.
That they had a fat black lady who did the story on the fat black lady.
All I'm saying
that's not funny to you. You don't find that kind of ironic?
Well, I just don't know the dynamics of the show. Maybe this person is.
They didn't have the skinny white dude do it. They had the fat black lady do the fat black lady story. I thought that was funny. Is that not funny?
I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
Indulge me then on my show.
All right. Well,
is that not funny?
I'm not sure if she or them. I don't know.
Why are you doing that? Why is that a fucking thing that you're doing now? She or them? Did you ask the pronouns?
No, but
Andrew,
I'm saying,
what are you doing with your life?
I don't know if this person.
What are you doing?
I don't know
You've
if
been
this
hanging out
person.
with too much.
Who?
All right, you know who.
The audience doesn't know.
No, but
hey,
that's getting cut out.
Saying,
that one yell. That's getting a bleep. That name is getting a bleep.
Okay.
But you've been hanging out with that person way too much because you're becoming a fucking commie.
We need to
she
see
or them?
more of these shows.
What?
Is this person the host of the show?
This woman. She's a fucking lady, dude. What are you doing right now? What is life right now? What the fuck is going on?
Are they the host?
This is how I'm spending my fucking Sunday, an hour and a half in, and she or them, they are...
Hey, are they the host?
It's a fucking fat black chick, bro, and she's doing a fucking show of stories
every
about
day?
another fat black chick.
Every day?
No, currently, because the Lizzo thing is a current event. It's funny.
All right.
I just thought it was interesting to point out, and you're like, I mean, I see where you're coming from.
I do.
I guess.
I do.
But like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Is Lizzo actually there on the right?
I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna drive into a wall.
Come on.
I'm gonna drive into a fucking wall.
Wait, we have
a brick wall.
All right. So
big concrete wall.
So this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted when we.
No, I wanted legit. I knew you were gonna do this shit too. I asked you, and I fucking told you before. I said my fucking blood is at a simmer, and I said it's gonna be at a boil if you don't get. I said, are you? And you said I'm present. I'm here. And I said, are you though? And you said yes. And I can fucking instant replay that shit right now. But I just said, isn't it? All I said was quick pause. Listen, let me explain because I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm in a minute. All I wanted, Andrew, listen to me. All I wanted was yeah. That's all I fucking wanted. When I clicked pause and I said, isn't it funny they got Lizzo to do a story on Lizzo? And all you had to do was, yeah, that's funny. You go, I mean, is she, they, it, I,
hey.
they, shit, I get where you're coming from. What the fuck is that?
Hey, guilty. You got me.
Fuck you.
You got me.
What are you doing? Fucking indulge me.
This
is my life. These are the people I hang out with.
I am so curious about what happens in this video, and
that is another fucking thing. You're not curious at all.
No, I don't care about the Lizzo situation, but for the show,
that's all I wanted from the beginning.
For the show
God,
that we're doing
this feels
right now.
so good. This release of these yells feels so good for me.
Yeah.
I hope you know I'm not mad at you at all. I love you, but like, oh fuck, it feels so good to just let it all out.
Yeah, that's good.
It really does.
Yeah.
I've wanted to explode. I'm so frustrated with life.
Nice.
The absurdity of life. And this, the
better?
fact that you are able to be the catalyst for which I explode. You are the fuse to my bomb, my detonation.
Mm-hmm.
I love you for that.
So you feel better.
I'm getting there.
All right, that's the show.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Are we going to watch this at all or no?
We don't have to.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, we can watch it, sure. For the clicks. Again, we have to play.
I'm leaving it in the parts where you say it's for the clicks. Like, I want people to know we're doing this for clicks.
Yeah, but ideally this part would be at the
I don't really care
end.
about Lizzo either. I mean, I could care.
Yeah.
I could care. If you'd like me to care, I could care. But
No,
you don't care.
Yeah.
You say you want to do things for the clicks, and then you don't do anything for clicks. Like, if you want to do it for if you want to be like, what the fuck is up, YouTube? Hey, YouTube, indie filmmaker here, Nick. Get your cameras out and ready. Today we're talking about Lizzo. I'll do it, bro. I'll fucking YouTube it up and fake it up. I don't give a fuck.
All right, I would love for you to do that.
Great.
And put that in the beginning.
Wonderful. I'll fucking put it right up your ass. I'll put it wherever you want to put it.
Because again, if this is a
but
hot
what
topic,
I need on the Nick Williams show is for my friend, the supposed friend, who I did 6 fucking episodes of your podcast for you. Okay? What I need is for a real friend to just fucking pretend. to be my friend.
All right, then let's watch this video.
And be present and indulge. And I want oohs and ahs, real ones, not sarcasm.
Let's do it.
And from a music producer, you know.
I'll be honest, I'm really excited to check out the see what's coming
fucking
up.
Indulge me.
Because, you know, she broke her silence. That's crazy. She broke the silence, and now we get to, like, know what she's actually thinking about this situation.
Before we get started with the story, isn't it kind of funny they had Lizzo do the story on Lizzo? Ha, yeah. All I got was a huh? Ha, yeah. Or, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from there.
Man. Okay, you know what? Remember how they had that story a few years ago about Ellen and how she sucks as a boss and she's a total bitch and everybody hates her and she has like a bowl of gum outside her office because she has a super sensitive nose. Do you remember any of this shit?
No. A ball of gum?
Bowl. Opposite of a plate. A
gum?
bowl.
Of gum?
Gum for people's bad breath. Because she has a
Oh.
super sensitive nose. So before you go into her office, you were supposed to like have a piece of gum.
Okay. And that's bad?
No. But she supposedly came up with like a very toxic work environment where she was like very mean and nasty to people.
Uh-huh.
The problem is with that is that we never really saw the other side of it. The other side of it is that she probably wasn't really that mean or toxic. She just wanted people to like have decent reactions to the shit that she said. And all she got out of it was, huh.
Mm-hmm. You think so? I don't know any.
How is this a podcast? How is this a show?
We're trying to get into.
But
this
how is
video.
this a thing? How are people? I want to know if you were a viewer, a casual podcast viewer, and you came across the Nick Williams show starring Nick Williams, and you came across this episode, and it's today a very special, long time, years of my life I've devoted to you as a friend, and this is the fucking episode.
I mean,
are you going to stick around for an hour and 29?
Hey, if I was really interested in this Lizzo case and
but then I say, fine, Andrew, let's talk about something else. What do you want to talk about? And you have nothing.
We talked about so much. What are you talking about? We talked about our show that we're making. Very excited about that.
I don't know if we're making that show.
And then we have our movie.
If this is the dynamic, we don't have a movie. We have no. This is for such a fucking. What a waste of fucking life.
We might have a movie on our hands.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. To be honest with you.
And then this whole Lizzo thing. We talked about this the entire show.
Yeah. That driving into a wall just sounds so good.
This video is it's so interesting. I think the dynamic between the former workers and the head honcho, Lizzo, is so, like, I don't know. They're like butting heads in a way that, one person saying one thing, the other person saying one thing. Who do you believe? You know, granted, many people are saying that the environment was like toxic, and then we just have one person, which is Lizzo, saying that it wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I don't really know who to believe. I guess I would have to. Should we watch another video about this?
No. Nope.
All right. Well, I think to really get down to the bottom of this Lizzo thing, you really just have to wait, and maybe on next week's show there'll be like an outcome where the lawsuits and all that run their course, and then
yes, in 1 week, yeah, like it's a fucking serial, like it's a
and maybe we'll have the answers next week. So, hey, if you are a first-time listener of this show, hopefully you clicked on.
I apologize.
I hope you clicked on this video to hear about this news. One, it was by design. The title of this episode was strategically typed and thought about before it went up, and the thumbnail also got you to click. We got you. But on the next episode, next Monday, there's going to be hopefully more evidence. I don't know. Maybe there's more news to go on.
What do you
like? Story.
What do you like? What interests you?
This.
Fuck off. No, wait a minute. No, I'm actually being serious.
I just wrapped up the show so well.
It was great. I wanted 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, the whole point of doing the clickbait thing is to get people to.
Or are you just trying to like?
And by the way, I did mention that like next week. There might be more info, so come back. Come back to the channel. Check out the other videos. Maybe we talked about Lizzo last week. Who knows?
Right.
That's for the listener to discover by going through
and
your
to
channel.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
And to get fucking pissed about, dude. There's be so many people that get so angry.
At this?
Yeah.
This episode?
Yeah, there's be so many people like,
At me?
what the fuck did I just watch? No, at me. It's my channel. They're
I
like,
guess,
what
yeah.
the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's funny.
I think it's going to be a good episode.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I hope it gets 2 views. I hope it gets nothing.
Yeah, especially with like the clickbaity.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's so
Yeah.
funny to me.
I'll share it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'll tag Bluff Boys in the TikTok that I hope
yeah.
I'm gonna make 1,000 TikToks out of this fucking episode.
Yeah, you have to pump them out soon. While this.
Well, they'll be
topic
dropping
is-
all day tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we just have to pray that the Lizzo thing doesn't come to an end.
I mean, I'm sure there will be other things that you're not interested in next time you're on the show.
Mm-hmm. No. Hopefully, we don't talk about Lizzo on the next one. I just said that so people will watch it. You understand?
You're like, I pray we never talk about Lizzo ever again.
Yeah, I hope we don't talk about it next time. But I'm saying there might be more news on Lizzo that we'll talk about next week.
Yeah.
But ideally, we wouldn't,
Right. You're ideally.
Yeah.
Right.
Just saying.
That is so funny. I really do appreciate you.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming in, dude.
Thanks for having me. It's been a great time.
If you weren't able to come today,
Mm-hmm.
there wouldn't be a show going up tomorrow.
Could you imagine?
Because there was no way that I cared enough about this to talk about it by myself.
Yeah, for an hour.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. So, I just want you to know how much that I truly do value our friendship.
Yeah, no, I think this.
And no, but this means you have no idea. Like, this actually means a lot to me that you came in and drove here to be on my show. That
yeah, of course,
means nothing.
Of course.
So yeah, Bluff Boys. Is it just youtube.com/? What's your handle?
I think so.
Your YouTube handle.
I think could it be that? Let me just check.
Well, they emailed the YouTube creators a few months ago. They emailed you're supposed to create your handle.
That'd be interesting. No, it's not. Someone else has it.
Oh, interesting. What is your handle?
I'm trying to figure that out. I don't think I have. I don't think I have a handle. Just Google Bluff Boys on YouTube, and Nick, if you could just show like
I'm getting there. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
like the logo that they can click. There are a few Bluff Boys, but none of them are either active or interesting.
But you're the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Bluff Boys with the little musical note next to it.
Yes, we are the official artist channel.
Right, Bluff Boy Records. It's the handle is at Bluff Boy Records, and
really?
You should definitely, yeah.
So it's just youtube.com/BluffBoyRecords.
No, it's youtube.com/@ Bluff Boy Records. If you type that in, it'll bring you to your channel page.
Wow. Yeah, there it is.
Right. So youtube.com/@ Bluff Boy Records. Subscribe to Wilco Media. Obviously, there's tons of content. Some that's silly like this. Some that's really not that silly. That's really more structured and well thought out and cared about. This is just fun, goofy shit, so that I don't drive into a brick wall. Thank you for indulging me. Thank you for seeing the inner workings of my mind and why my blood boils on a semi-regular basis. One of the many reasons. You are not the only reason. I don't want to blame all of my strife on you. But I really do appreciate you coming in. And Nick Williams Show.
That's your handle?
No. At Wilco Media is my handle.
Gotcha. Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. Subscribe because I want to hit like 350. We're at 340. It's kind of a dumb number. I want to hit 350.
Yeah, 350 would be a pleasure. What are we at with Bluff Boys?
You're at a whole 72.
Same goal, 350. That'd be great.
Sure. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, if every one of your subscribers would subscribe to the Bluff Boys channel,
which I think they should,
we would both be at ideally 350.
Yeah.
So
that would be cool.
So
You imagine?
Yeah, that'd be great. Which, yeah. Okay. That's it, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah.
Okay. We can keep going.
Well, what else is there to go?
I don't know.
After you say goodbye, isn't that the end of it?
That's it. See ya.